of adventure, excitement, craziness, chaotic markets, and and you know, lovely people. What I didn't realize till later on was there was actually many things I was running away from, right? So it's very useful to get clear on, do I believe that moving to Thailand will make me happy because I'm running towards something that I find exciting, or am I running away from something that perhaps I need to face and acknowledge? To give you a really good example of this, so I had a terrible habit in the UK where it would get to like 10:30 at night, then I'd roll one up, hit a big fat one, and then munch on some food. You know, no McDonald's and shit, but I would get the munchies and I would have like protein yogurts, banana and shit. And I would just mong out watching, you know, Rick and Morty or something for an hour and a half, or South Park, and then pass out, and then in the morning wake up and have to peel my eyelids open. And I said to myself that when I get to Bangkok, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I know it's a bad habit and it's bad for my health. And then I found that after being in Bangkok for 2 days, I was walking back through 𝐴𝐸 one day, and I stopped off a 7-Eleven at around 10 o'clock, and I got yogurts and bananas and the usual snacks. And I went home and I hit a fat one, and next thing you know, I'm waking up in the morning and I'm peeling my eyelids open again. And what I didn't realize was that all those things that I was running away from, this trauma, these issues, these little neuroses that we have, these issues that we've got, these traumas that we've got, these samskaras, they will follow you anywhere that you go. And that's, if you don't clear out, if you don't face those things head on, those difficult things and the things that we need to deal with that are bothering us back at home, they'll follow us wherever we go. Another thing that I sort of realized after being in Thailand for 2 years now is that you can definitely get lonely. You definitely get lonely. I think being a digital nomad in general, you can really get lonely. I mean, I'm very lucky that I've got, you know, a couple of really good friends over here, and I've got a great partner, and, you know, life is sweet. And I've recently expanded my circle a little bit more and started networking a little bit more. But that being said, it's never going to be like it is at home, right? And you've got a much smaller sample size of people to choose from here. When you come to somewhere like Bangkok, first off, there's a much smaller number of people that speak the same language and have the same, you know, cultural overlap and values there that you have. Secondly, there's a very high turnover of people, right? So people come and they go and they pass through. So, you know, might meet someone nice, but in 2-3 months they're gone. Like, they're not there anymore. You know, you have to also be aware that, or something that I'm trying to be acutely aware of, is that you become the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And when you're aware of that, you become very selective over who you spend time with, right? Because you've just become the people you're around. And so you have to be somewhat aware. Yo, hey, how you doing, you okay? You have to be aware of the type of people that come to these places, right? Because it's like, if, you know, who comes to Bangkok? You get very nice people, you get great people, you get digital nomads, you get entrepreneurs, you get people interested in the startup scene, normal people, you get mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters. But you also get a lot of sex pests, a lot of idiots, a lot of morons. You know, that's just their journey, and I wish them nothing but love and peace and luck and health and happiness. But at the same time, if that's not really who you want to, you know, spend time with, you know, you're sort of forced to spend time with those people, and it can be hard. So something that I've done is I found a great meditation community called Shambhala here in Bangkok, run by my friend Jamie. And on Wednesdays we get together and you read and do a group meditation and sort of a journal, sort of a sharing and reflection. And that's like a really nice, thank you, a nice thing, a nice staple in your week to connect with good people around a common interest. But you can be I see lots of people, they get stuck in the drinking, right? They're lonely, so they want to meet people. So maybe they go to a bar, they chat to a bar girl because they want to fucking talk to someone. Or they go to a bar, get a little bit of Dutch courage, chat to the bloke next to him, have a chin wag, and that's how they sort of build that connection. Next thing you know, your entire social life is built around alcohol. And that's just a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous game to play where your social life is built around alcohol. If you are looking for a way to earn money online, launch your own online business, start and grow a vlog, and travel the world, honestly, this community could be the thing that you've been waiting for. You can unlock a free trial to Vlog School today. All you need to do is scan the QR code that's on the screen right now if you're watching this on telly, or click the link in the description below this video if you're watching this on mobile. Create your school account and you can join the community right away. When you do, you can get stuck into free training videos. We hop on regular live calls and you can connect with other good people all working on the same goals as you, creating a life of location and financial freedom. So like I said, go over there now, create your account, start your free trial, and I can't wait to connect with you soon. Peace. Another thing.
One thing that I'm kind of struggling with is, why are we still using school? Now, I do understand. Sam Ovens is a freaking... He's a stickler for details. He wants to have the best product. So in that case, yeah, 100%. I think school is one of the best community platforms you could probably have. That being said, we have AI today. Like, why are not more people saying, like, we created this universe and this mystical realm of different connected pieces, on-chain, blockchain, whatever you want to call it, off-chain, offline, and online, behind, you can go as far as you want. The people in the community is what's actually important, right? The actual other community members that you are hanging out with. You become the sum of the 5 people you hang around with the most. So to curate that beyond what Sam Ovens are able to put into his product, because that's the thing, that I think is what I have an issue with. You come onto a platform. The platform is created by a person. The person has created and iterated based on where he saw that it is most aligned with his dream and what he wants to provide, based on specific questions and feedback and stuff from people using it. So he's creating the best thing he can for the people using his thing, but his thing has a vision. That limits the platform. You know, you can have a music platform, AI platform, and it could do certain things. But let's say that it is, let's go for a very specific example, and I do not condone this kind of, but at the same time I do, because I use the tool. If you want to have something look through a YouTube video, let's say that you're sent a 5-hour-long YouTube video. You don't have time for that. You know, if you then have someone who knows you, based on the interest and what you do and all the things that you do through life, you know, whom you align with, it's hard to have someone like that in a physical person. But today you can have tools that kind of help you with like a second brain. So it is correlating what it's seeing in the YouTube video, giving you a very good idea. Should you see this YouTube video? Like, is this going to give you more, or is this going to just continue the whole repetition of the same thing? Because when you talk to people and they're on their journey, they might find something that is transformative and evolutionary, all the same things at the same time. But for you, you saw that 5 years ago. Like, you have actually had 5 years to get over the and then integrate and go back and see, how can I use this? And then maybe even built to that. Like, you're on level 6, not 4. You know? So it helps a lot. But going back to the point, if you're on a platform, you're going to have people using that platform based on what they need and what you provide. If you don't have a YouTube scraper there, it's a lacking platform. It's limited to the use that I would love to see, right? So we also invite to a community, but in that community, you're going to get the puzzle pieces so you can form your own puzzle, because your journey is your journey. The community is beautiful. That's kind of the whole point of it. The tribe community, the accountability and all that stuff, having people shoulder to shoulder, that's the thing that you are looking for in many cases. But where that is, I don't know. I'm saying I think it's better to do those things around a campfire, face to face, with no camera, no screen in between. And I think everyone would agree. So I'm not bashing on him having a school community or anyone having a school community, but a platform limits. And today, anything is possible. You just need to find the people that actually, you know, build you up. The people that you can vibe with, because that's constructive. That builds. That is a co-creation endeavor, instead of a place where you're kind of filling information in a cup because you have the information that other people want. You're now acting with people who are on the same level, or even better, if you're working with people who are above, because then you got, you know, you don't want to be the smartest person in the room ever. I've learned that so many times, and I'm just like, I'm an advocate. I'm a disciple of that lesson. But now let's go back and see how life is in Bangkok, because I find that also very interesting. It's the mindset of the person who is journaling or journeying and having adventures and traveling, and just the perspective that you get when you see that, yeah, this was not really what I was looking forward to do.
The thing that I've really come to see is that in all the ways, you know, moving to Bangkok or moving to Thailand in general, the size of that rat. You see that? Look at that. Having a good munch there. But all the ways that it will make you happy, it will make you sad in equal measure. So like right now, this is fun. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. The market's crazy. Bangkok's crazy. It's fun. It's exciting. It's different. Life's cool. I spent a day working in a really cool coffee shop. Life's cool. But it's Christmas Day tomorrow. And, you know, I miss my family. I miss my friends. I miss my pets. And so just recognizing that if you're going to feel this excitement and this craziness of just how crazy and different life can be, because I think deep down we just have this urge and this desire and this drive to just feel alive and just feel this variation of human experience, that in order to feel that, we're going to be very sad, because we're going to be very sad, we're going to miss the people that matter most. So for what it's worth, I think it's very important to earn good money. And I think a lot of people, they get stuck in this trap of thinking, oh, let's come to Thailand because I can survive off $1,000 a month. It's the wrong way to think. You don't want to think like that. If you think like that, you're setting very low goals, you're going to fuck yourself, right? What you need to be thinking, in my opinion, is how can I be making 10, 20K a month so that, yes, in Thailand, I can live this very nice, luxurious life. But what that buys me is the freedom to, if I get bored of Bangkok, go to Koh Chang. If I get bored of Koh Chang, go to Samui or Phuket. If I want to be in the jungles, go to Chiang Mai. And you've got the freedom to do that. And money buys that freedom. And this is where I think people get it wrong, is like I said, you know, they set these silly little goals where they want to survive off $1,200 a month. And that's fine, but you're surviving, you're not thriving. Ooh, nice Jeep there, look at that, it's lovely.
I could not possibly be more in agreement with this, because I'm going to go back so that we can hear what I just interrupted him on. But I cannot be more in agreement. I've talked to people around me about this so many times. Like, they're coming at me with advice, right? The advice is always based on the saving and the surviving and the, you can't do that because then you won't be able to get that. And in this case, I'm talking about, like, if people look at my lifestyle and how I just do things very differently compared to other people, and they have something to say against that, they will come at me with advice. Go get a job. It is what we do today. It is 2025 after all. And then I'm like, yes. Do we understand what that means, both of us? You know, it's a whole thing. But when they also say about the money, in terms of if you're in Norway, you can scam the government. You can scam the government. You can go down there, you can say that you have something, and all of a sudden they are like, yeah, well, we will help you. And then you get a sum per month. And then if you want to, some people do, they will go for the whole disability. And this is, in very many cases, very valid. You are getting supported to live because you're not able to live any other way. You are in a situation where you are limited, so that you can't have what many people would say the normal life, you know? So you get supported and you have that security. That's perfect. Mwah! But it's not always like that. I've seen the systemic failures happening again and again and again and again, and I've seen patterns to it. This is because I have been observing from the outside. And now, here I am, being told things that is like, but seriously, do you not see what I'm doing? I'm saying I will go down to the government, but I will not ask for money in the same way that you will. I will not say, please, save me. No, I will say, here's what we provide to the community where you are fucking up so hard that people are dying. This is the bill, it's written with a fork, and it is just because I have seen what you are providing other people with that, frankly, do not deserve what you are giving them. But they are scamming you, and you don't know what's going on. And because of this, because of the extensive market research over a decade, and all the things in experiences, stories, data, insights, and all the things that I can document, here is why this is a very good and valid thing that is going to be a win-win situation, and it is written by a fork because it's not your money. We have fucking thousands of billions. So, when do we start? That kind of attitude, right? I'm coming in with a service. I'm not coming in to get serviced. I'm coming in to aid. I'm not coming in for aid. I'm coming in to thrive. I'm not there to survive. Pretty pleased with how that rant went. Let's go back to Bangkok.
And that's fine, but you're surviving, you're not thriving. Ooh, nice Jeep there, look at that, it's lovely. You know, what we don't really want, we don't want money, we want freedom. But money buys the freedom as long as you don't get bogged down by your material items and everything like that, right? So if you want to experience the best that Thailand has to offer, stop thinking in terms of $1,200, $2,000 a month. Start thinking, how can you generate $10,000, $20,000 a month? It takes the same amount of work, the same amount of energy, right? It doesn't take any more work, doesn't cost any more energy units to make 20K versus 2K. But what you're going to do is you're going to be able to combat the sadness that you have from missing the people that you love the most by being able to go where you want to go. So, you know, this year alone, I've been back to the UK twice. I've been to Dubai twice. I'm going to Vietnam soon. And this has given me an opportunity to connect with friends, connect with family. And if I was, you know, earning $1,200 a month and surviving on $1,200 a month, there's no way in the world I could do that. But I'm rambling now. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. I hope you've enjoyed the market. It's really cool. Definitely come to Prakanol Market if you're in Bangkok. It's been fun shooting the shit with you. And look, whatever decisions you make in life, whatever path you go down, you're awesome. And look, I wish you the best. I wish you nothing but peace, love, and happiness. Peace.
I love that. I'm gonna see if I can get him as a pen pal, because I'm looking for modern pen pals, video pen pals. It's very interesting to talk to people in their life and then sharing from my life. So sometimes you might see that, yeah, oh yeah, I'm actually right now I'm sitting under a glacier by the fire. So that's why the sound is crackling, you know. And they're just walking around in Bangkok. Or like Marcus, he's normally in Taipei in Taiwan, but now he is creating igloos in Japan next to haunted hotels. See, I have to be very careful when I go into what's going on and not oversell, but he's literally building igloos next to a haunted hotel. The haunted part is actually the thing that might not be true because we haven't checked yet. But he is one of my pen pals, so look forward to having some mildly Asian ghost stories going on. Oh Lord. Then we have V in Barcelona. He's also going to be very... I think he's going to see why this is going to be a very good thing to do, because it's going to be easier for us to kind of prepare each other for the adventure that we are going to provide each other. Like when I'm taking him to Norway or I'm going down to Barcelona, and it's going to be easier to kind of flow into it. The adventure has already begun, you know, that kind of thing. Because I'm also going down to Barcelona, and I'm not sure when I'm going to Japan, and London has to be visited, and Peru. Like there's a lot of places that out of necessity and practicality, I have to visit. I'm not sure if it's going to happen 2025, but then again, I don't think it's not going to happen in 2025 either, because so many things are happening right now that I have to answer to those. I have to respond to the situation, which means the US is open, but I am not sure if that works from the inside of the US because they have certain laws and restrictions. But this is of no concern either, because we are literally in travel businesses. Like we can provide travel packages because we have people around the world who are into these different networks and situations where they have access to certain tools. So I'm just gonna be sitting here enjoying the ride, and that sometimes it's not gonna be the same background. Sometimes it's gonna be a completely different background. Sometimes there might even not be a background. Maybe I'm on the top of a mountain and all you see is just skies and maybe a cloud. I like to travel. I like to experience life. I don't like to sit there and just be told what my life is going to be. And that's what I feel is going on in Norway. And it starts really freaking early, which is why I have a time limit. I can't sit by and just see these things happen without doing or talking about it. Like doing something about it or talking about it so that other people see that there's a necessity to come together. Something like that. I also think that much of my conviction is based on the algorithm. Because, you know, I see what I focus on. I see the pain in people. I see the freedom in people. The more of one thing I see, the more of the other thing I see, you know. I completely understand what he says when he's saying, like, the more epic the experience, the worse it feels. Because you're going to do something at the expense of something else. And it is always going to be that sacrifice part of it. If you don't know where you're going, if you don't know why you're doing it, if you don't know that your goal is actually fucking low compared to where you could have set it, then you're going to be acting from that space, you know? And so when I've gone into these things and seen those adventures unfold or have those experiences, I've also seen that the consequences it has as a ripple effect to the people around me or to the things that's now going to come to me, sometimes is not a fucking fun experience. It has required a completely different way of thinking and a completely different way of emotional regulation and control. Not even control. Responsiveness versus reactiveness. So many things have just come as a side effect just by doing it. But most people say they're going to do it. They never do it. That's also been something that kind of annoys me lately, but I'm not going to talk about that. No. I just wanted to share the experience of getting to know... this is a little George. To be honest, like the YouTube channel was called Trippin with George. I didn't know it was a normal trip. Honestly, I was clickbaited. I thought it was more metaphysical, but hey, I was genuinely surprised. So I'm happy I clicked. May you have an epic day. If it's not, go create it in an epic way, because you know, epic is both on all sides of the spectrum, and we can always do something that is going to make it a little bit more epic. You know, subscribe, share, comment, all the things. Take care of people. See you in the next one.